Hey, everybody, this is Jackie Bro.
Folks, this is Dunlap. We're doing a podcast every day this week.
Just to let you know, it was midnight Eastern through Friday.
Monday through Friday. We did one yesterday. Now we're doing one to go up Tuesday.
Yeah. That's when we used to do it every day, just on that day?
No, we would do it on Tuesday, then it would go up on Wednesday.
Well, is that what we're going to go back to doing next week after this?
Well, at one time we do them on Sundays.
I can't remember. Everybody listen to this all week. If you listen and whatever night it sounds the best to you, tell us. And then from now on, that's the night we'll do it on from there on after this week.
We're not going to do them daily from now on?
Hell no, I ain't doing this daily. Unless if it's that bad, if it's all this mess still going on next week like this, right and left,
Look at it like this. What if there's a nuclear explosion and we're like, I wish we'd done 17 more podcasts.
And that's true. That's a factor nowadays. That's just something that goes.
Like, do I want to spend time cooking this dinner, or should I just run through Hardee's? Because a bomb could go off at any minute.
Any minute, yeah.
Or like Chinese troops could be landing in Mount Juliet.
Run through Hardee's always good, but if you had if you was planning something that night that you cook real good, that'd be the only reason I'd.
Listen, they say that Steve Bannon is doing chaos events, and I got a new conspiracy theory for y'all. If you've been looking at Bannon conspiracy theories all day, the conspiracy theory is that he's sowing chaos so that nobody wants to cook dinner because they realize time is precious, so they'd rather spend that time. They just go through Hardee's, and then they get like an extra 40 minutes. But they were all too fat to resist. He can't fight people that ain't fatter than him. He's in bad shape.
Oh, yeah.
You ever heard anybody wheeze?
There's sometimes there's big, heavy people,
yeah,
but they got good color to them. They're healthy. They're big and healthy. He ain't. What color is that? That's about 4 colors. All look like skin cancer. Like I covered in it or something.
The many colors of skin cancer. And also, let me tell you, if you saw him walking down the street, you'd be like, he's going to an AA meeting or to buy a pack of cigarettes. I guess both.
He looked like somebody like let's snake this wino onto this yacht.
That's
bunch of people.
That's my favorite 80s movie, Stumble Buddies.
Stumble Buddy, yeah.
Where they try to impress the preppy girls and they dress that wino up.
And put him on the yacht, put a captain's hat on his stuff. Yeah, that's funny. That's him, yeah.
I'm not 100% sure that Steve Bannon ain't in that movie. God blessed him with a full head of hair, but to keep him humble, he made it smell and feel like that. It smells like a Texaco.
Well, we got more like this all week long. Come on back to mine. I'm sure we can.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks for stopping by.
It'll take a week to basically describe how unpleasant Steve Bannon is to look at.
If you saw Steve Bannon, look, the man can't even. Well, we're just going to play the theme song, then we'll come back and do more Steve Bannon.
All right, here goes. Hey, look at that. You see him? Well, open your damn eyes then. It's the old-timey country down-home red state update podcasting them. Coming to you from Dunlap's grandmother's basement in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And here they are, both of them. Yeah, Steve Bannon's ugly.
I seen a lot on liberal Facebook today. Everybody's quoting all these articles about how he wants to remake the entire world order, how he wants to break long-standing United States institutions, and we're going to give cover and unite the right-wing populist movements in Europe and America, and how he's quoted as saying he is Satan, he is Darth Vader.
That's Star Wars, yeah.
Evil is power.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is what he wants. He wants you to be scared of him, and really, he is just a man in slaw-stained grandpa pants.
Yeah.
He reminds me of my mama's second husband. who died of cirrhosis of the liver.
He does look like he favors him toward the end.
Does
the
he?
end part when of course your mama broke up with him when he got real sick, but I kept up with him. But when toward the end there, he looked.
He is a members only jacket stained with blood vomit away from being my first stepdad. God rest his soul. Let me tell you something else, and everybody's trying to figure out, well, who is Steve Bannon? What does he want? What is his philosophy? What is his evil philosophy? And I was thinking, like, if I was at a party and I was talking to Steve Bannon and Steve Bannon was giving me his views on the world, I would think, I am at the wrong fucking party.
Hey, watch your mouth. But yeah.
Somebody could drive a truck through the living room and this party could not get any worse than me sitting here talking to this potted meat smelling, greasy haired. I'm jealous of the hair, and then I think, well, what if that was like oozing all over the top of my head?
No, not that hair. That's old. That's hay, like gray. Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Imagine a movie like a Disney or a Pixar about a family of hedgehogs.
Yeah.
And there's one hedgehog who is the oldest and the wisest. He is battle scarred, and his hair is patchy and matted and full of parasites.
Real sick.
Barely hanging on.
Sick looking, yeah.
That's what's on top of Steve Bannon's head. The ancient one from the Hedgehog movie.
Yeah. I that cartoon.
How are his legs like? They look like his legs are like a foot tall, and the rest of his body is just blossoming over like super short legs. I'm not entirely sure. He's not a little person. I've only seen him stand next to Kellyanne Conway, and I don't know how tall she is.
Yeah. Everybody always seems smaller in real life. Every time you go to these things and you see some of these people, which I won't say right now, I'm glad everybody it flattered me to death to go. You know, y'all give us some money to go cover this election and go all the places we did and all that. That's where you see like, oh, Don Lemon don't look near as big as it is on TV. But I won't say here now. We ain't gonna ask you for no more money because I could not. I don't want to be anywhere near any of these people.
Well, we might ask you for more money, but not to go anywhere.
No, I ain't going. If you want to sponsor at $25, something like that, yeah. But no, I ain't going anywhere. If I ain't going no more Trump rallies, I ain't going. Which there gonna be more of those here for too long. And I don't want to go anywhere to any media stuff where they're walking around. I don't care to see how big or little any of them are. Never again.
So liberals, don't be scared of Steve Bannon, because that's what he wants you to think. He wants you to think that he is an evil genius mastermind who's going to lay waste to rhinos and cucks and off-white people. And I think he just kind of bumbled into this. He can't dress himself.
Yeah.
Now, he might fuck shit up.
Watch your mouth.
By bumbling into it, like his pants fall all the way down. He's like, oh,
he's
after
capable.
Everything I've said about young black men and their pants, and he's trying to pull them up, and he just tumbles over in a scotch-induced haze. What do you think he drinks?
I don't want to know what he drinks. It's some kind of whiskey, though. Yeah.
You think it's a whiskey?
The look of his skin, yeah, I think it's a
You ain't
hard.
gonna get that look with rum, like a rum-based drink?
You could look bad, but not. There's something about him. He looked like a brown drink in there.
Yeah.
And it goes,
a sad brown drink in a dark, smoky corner.
Yeah.
My favorite Bill Anderson song.
Yeah.
And let me tell you this. If he... I don't have anything to tell you, really.
Well, he does, he ain't no scary bad guy, just kind of, excuse the language, kind of a dumbass. That's what it looked like to me.
He wants you to think he's smart. Anybody that desperate to make you think he's smart is nobody to be afraid of.
Yeah.
You don't want to talk to him or smell him. Rum drinks, that's what I was going to say. Rum drinks, that seems like you'd be more fun. You could be dying.
That's where you got, that's like you listen to Jimmy Buffett drinking rum, having a good, no, he don't do, no.
No, he looks down on, I guarantee you he looks down on Jimmy Buffett. He might have gone to a Jimmy Buffett concert or two, but that's just to cop a feel off a passed out woman.
And he all look around, he scoff everybody, yeah. Too smart for that.
I can't believe you rubes are enjoying this. What's the matter with her? Looking down her Hawaiian shirt.
Yeah.
These are all unsubstantiated rumors. We're not saying any of this is true. Because he does seem like the kind of person that would also sue a penniless podcast that nobody listens to.
Yeah.
Just to prove a point.
Sure.
But then also he says things like, they're going to vilify you, they're going to try to tear you down, and they're going to run you. They don't pay any attention to him. He's also the kind of asshole that's like, I don't listen to him, but it gets to him. I think all these folks talking about his looks, which generally, I know we do it all the time, but I understand when people say we shouldn't make fun of people's looks.
Sure, yeah.
But I think in Steve Bannon's case, we should make an exception.
Well, him and President, all them, yeah.
Yeah, they're really the worst, too.
Priebus, Weasel Priebus, you got to say, he looked like a...
Paul Newman compared to Donald Trump.
Either them, but he still looked just, he healthy,
Okay, Dayton game, bachelor number 1. He's a former head of the RNC who weaseled his way into a plum White House position. Last week he seemed to be on top, but this week... maybe not so much. Bachelor number 1, Reince.
Yeah.
Bachelor number 2 would be the President of the United States. And he would probably go on. This sounds like fun. It sounds like a good way. He'd go on.
Well, of course he would. If when is he going to turn down going on TV?
He's not going to.
If he can't be there physically, he'll call you on the phone. That's what it'd be. The dating game would be a phone in the middle. And you'd hear him over like on Fox, like he's talking to Deucey in the morning.
Bachelor number 2. In your White House, how will you uphold the standards of dignity and respect a country founded on freedom deserves? I need just something about shower curtains.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if he does some version of the Dayton game. Like if he does these tours like we're expecting when they're all ready to get him out of the White House, I think he's going to do some version of the Dayton game. Or, like in high school, back when this kind of thing was you remember back when you could say what you wanted to about people and it didn't matter? Oh, back when the football team would dress up like women and they'd come out and you'd have those male beauty pageants. That was the funniest thing ever.
Yeah.
That seems right up Donald Trump's alley.
He'd do that, yeah.
Ranch, get in this dress. But nowadays, the Trump administration might do that kind of foolishness. But here in real America, we get alerts like CNN says, Boy Scouts of America opens door for transgender children by accepting gender indicated on applications.
Well, I be.
I hope that door they're opening isn't to the bathroom.
Oh, yeah. That's a whole other, yeah.
This is confusing to people.
It's more than confusing to me. I don't understand how I'm supposed to feel about anything, and
I'm not even, there's, on the one hand, the Boy Scouts are letting in transgender Boy Scouts.
Well.
That's great. On the other hand, Donald Trump is having a male beauty pageant with his top administration officials, allegedly. Maybe, I don't know what that is, but these things are happening at the same time. There are two Americas.
You said that right.
We live here in Tennessee. Folks, if you just listened to us for the first time, this is the Red State Update Podcast. This is my friend Jackie Brawls, my little sidekick, my little buddy, little cute fellow over here. with the
Just
the
shut
chubby
up.
cheeks
Shut
and
your
the-
mouth. And let me let you know now that we're doing this every week. Just want everybody to know, and I appreciate you listening. But if we're saving up to do one of them good. So if this don't work out today, come back tomorrow because we may be ready by then. We'll
and
see.
if people love the daily format, Jackie has already said we will go daily and we will do daily podcasts starting
I'm
next
not
week.
gonna do this every damn day. Hell no.
There's so much news to keep up with. Jackie, longtime conservative, longtime Republican, fan of George W. Bush and Rick Perry, Sarah Palin sometimes.
Yeah, till she got allegedly on drugs. Yeah.
Not a fan of Donald Trump.
What? Who? He's a loudmouth Yankee, thinks he knows everything, and he's excuse me, like smart ass. I don't like it. No.
Also, Jackie was mayor of Murfreesboro, our town.
Well,
here.
That's history.
Ran a store. The store got.
Why do you got to tell him all this? Don't let everybody want to hear all this.
Now he works at another store, a rival store. An
I
old
got
man
a job.
working
Just
a
leave
cash
it.
Register like a fool.
I have a job. Leave it at that. He's a working blue collar man. Been all my life. I still am. I don't know why anybody who has worked blue collar would ever vote for the man that is sitting in the White House right now. Beyond me. I still don't understand it. I understand. I grew up around racism. I've seen racism all my life, and it's shameful, and I don't like it. That's one thing about the South. It tears me up. Always has. Always bothered me, and it's a point now we can talk about that sort of stuff. We should have started talking about it a long time ago. But that's the way it is. So I understand that frame of mind. If you're racist, you hate somebody. That part, I'd see. If you didn't have a job or something like, why would you believe anything this man says up there, though? It ain't enough to hate Mexicans to put that damn idiot in the White House.
And if you like Donald Trump, I don't see how you like any of these other weasels. If you like Donald Trump because he says what's on his mind and you think he really wants to give you a job, how do you defend Ranch Priebus? Or that pants-shitting W.C. Fields knows Steve Bannon?
I don't like any of them, so there. That's right. And since yesterday now, since I did this Muslim ban, what they said isn't a Muslim ban, but Juliana said it is a Muslim ban. And but that's what it is.
Trump called it a ban today. He called it a ban.
Well, he got to the ban part today, yeah. But now, yesterday, I said there's a Republicans party I've been in all my life where it stood for being America. One of them, the bunch of damn cowards, whoever's in there now. But since that time, a few of them have said, they ain't done enough, but at least they saying this ain't right. A few of them. Corker here, he said something wasn't right. And then some people want to say it ain't right, but they don't want to say why it ain't right, so they say, well, it should have been done this way. Well, which way should it have been done? That don't make any sense. It should have been done at all.
Some people say when they wrote the Constitution, they didn't know about 9/11. What do you say to those people?
Well, they all dead back in. They ain't around no more.
No. The people who are saying that the Constitution writers didn't. The people who are saying.
Well, they didn't have airplanes back in.
That's true. How could they have known?
People still come over the country and tried to kill people. That's been always America. Somebody's killing somewhere. Either we do it or somebody trying to do it to us. That's a little too much of that. But yeah, back in they didn't have airplanes, or I don't think I had a building even nearly close as that big back in. They didn't.
What would the biggest building they had probably be?
I don't know. That's probably in a history book. That's something on the History Channel. And they had a special on that, tallest buildings.
The Taj Mahal.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know.
The pyramids. Sphinx.
That's for a long time ago, yeah. Years and years ago. Shameful times to be an American right now. Shameful.
Starbucks, Jackie. Starbucks said they were going to hire 10,000 immigrants, refugees.
Well, that's good.
I think they said refugees.
Did they call them refugees?
I don't know.
They didn't say Muslims, did they?
There's a lot of confusion about refugees, migrants, Muslims,
and terrorists.
Immigrants,
all those
terrorists.
People get those words jumbled and mixed up and don't know. Yeah.
Which your favorite of them words?
Refugee is a sad word. It's sad that that's, migrant, immigrant. Everybody, America's full of it. That's all everybody been saying that. I want to thank old Dale Earnhardt Jr. I know he going to get some blowback on this, but he said today his mom and dad, his relatives, however far go back Germany, they were being oppressed or whatever it was, a religious belief years ago, and that's how they got over here. Dale Earnhardt Jr., you don't see a whole lot of people from NASCAR saying how messed up. So we ain't the only damn rednecks that don't like Trump. There's plenty of us. There's a lot of us out there. I hope y'all listening.
When they were being oppressed, did the Earnhardts ride their donkeys fast to get out of there?
Donkeys? What?
You think they rode?
It wasn't that long ago. How old is he? How old Dale Earnhardt Jr.? Ain't that?
Siri, how old is Dale Earnhardt Jr.?
Oh, don't answer phone.
Checking. Here's what I found on the web for how old is Bella, Virginia.
Huh. She can't understand me.
Well, he ain't old enough where they would go so far back there was on donkeys, no matter how fast or slow they was going.
I just figured they always rode fast.
Well, yeah, but they probably had a car at some point to them, or train or something,
When they come over here?
I don't know. But the point being, how old is he? Did he say his grandma? Did he say his daddy? How far back does it go? I didn't hear it all. He just said his family. I don't think it went all the way back to donkey days.
That reminds me. Folks, Donkey Days is coming up. And if you're going to bring your dog down here to the square, make sure they got their shots. Because you do not want your dog going home with donkey bites, and then you got to stay up all night making sure they don't go to sleep.
Yeah, won't give
you can't let them go to sleep after they get bit by a donkey.
Yeah, keep them up all night, poor dog.
Tired, bit.
Get your dog shots before you bring them down to Donkey Days, and also keep them on a leash. There's two things you can ask. And I hear veterinarian, Bill Ricketts, he's a veterinarian in these parts, Bill Ricketts, and he said if you bring him down there the day of that morning, he'll do in and out fast, and he'll you need to barter with him. He'd rather see the donkeys and the dogs healthy as they can be. The donkey's going to bite, and the dog is going to, do what it's going to do.
And remember, it ain't donkey and dog days anymore. They let you bring your dogs, but it ain't a day specifically designed for donkeys and dogs anymore because they learned their lesson. Now it's just donkey days.
Well, it was illegal to bring a dog, but so many people that love donkey dog days, they stood up to it, and they, we passed. So they said, well, you can bring a dog, but they can't in no way be in a part of the festivities or anything. Keep them on a leash. Make sure they got the shots, yeah.
Is Dale Earnhardt Jr. getting boycotted like they tried to boycott Starbucks?
I don't know. Probably not. Not him.
Is Starbucks saying, are they just, getting shipped a bunch of work? Here's your uniform. Well,
that's that's nice of them to offer jobs. Somebody may want to work somewhere else. Somebody don't.
Yeah, we're not forcing them to work.
That's what it sounds like. It's like you coming over Starbucks. It's nice to them to offer, but yeah, somebody may want to try to, may let that be your second or third. At least you got something to fall back on. But come over here and do what you planned on doing. First off, survive and live, and I understand that. But also, people have dreams. They want to try this. America's the land of dreams. You go over there, you can be anything you want to be and do anything you want to do. Well, it used to be. That's what
not
America.
Anymore.
Not anymore. No, sir. No, America's just some place.
Let me tell you something. You probably don't want to work at Starbucks, refugees. If you're a refugee and somehow you've made it over here and you're thinking, a job at Starbucks, that doesn't sound so bad. Let me tell you something. That is where the culture wars go down. You don't want to be working there at Christmas.
Oh, hell no.
You especially. I'm sorry. But if you're in there and whatever cup they come out with, and you, a poor Muslim refugee, tries to hand some son of a bitch a cup with a snowball on it, they're going to throw that down on the counter and be like, "Where's the Jesus cup?"
Yeah, probably say something worse than that, too, if a Muslim's handed them anything.
And they'll be like, "Why didn't you wish me Merry Christmas?" He'd be like, "I did wish you Merry Christmas. Why didn't you do it twice?" You don't want to work at Starbucks. Muslims.
Starbucks, we appreciate.
I'm sorry.
We appreciate what you're trying to do, though. It's a thought that counts. If they can get a job somewhere else, so be it.
That'd be like working the door at a Trump rally. Don't go to Starbucks. It's all going to go down at Starbucks. Go to Coffee Bean.
I don't know what's the difference. Coffee, the same thing,
I just
right?
feel like Starbucks is just a magnet for this kind of shit.
Yeah.
It's Starbucks and yarn stores. I don't know what it is. And cakes.
Oh, yeah.
So don't work at any of those places. If Jackie still had a store, if he hadn't pissed that away, he could be hiring a bunch of refugees.
Well, if they knew
Put
how
his money where his Trump-hating mouth is.
If I knew how to run cash register, or need to know how to cook in the kitchen, I'd be more. I'm always looking for someone who wants to work. Some of these people are used to. They come in some days and some days it didn't. If I had somebody, if you showed up, yeah. But unfortunately, don't have any. I'm not in a position to offer any work or help like that. So go to Starbucks, I guess. Yeah.
What if a Muslim? What if you hired a young Syrian refugee to work in your store, and it turns out they love Donald Trump?
Well, they welcome
and you sitting over there bad-mouthing Donald Trump and be like, "Well, I got a refugee in my store. I'll show Trump." And then the refugee's like, "I love Trump. I think he really says what he means. And he's funny.
I'd ask him.
He's got charisma."
Why the hell? Well,
would you fire that refugee?
No, I ain't gonna fire somebody. If there's a refugee, if there's somebody in America, you're allowed to vote for who you want to. Like who you want to like. That's why people come here.
What if I was working for you and I was like, "I love Trump. He's so cool."
First off, you never work a day. You never seen you lift a finger in a day of your life. You ain't gonna work anybody. So if you go sit around and say that, I'd kick you out on your ass because I don't want to have to hear it all day.
Have you ever heard of freedom of speech?
You can say it's free outside. You walk right outside. If I still had my store, I'd say get on outside and be free in the breeze all you want.
Well, maybe I'll go outside and yell it through your window all day.
Well,
Trump's cool.
That's a disturbance right there. You getting disturbing at that point. So that's what I call law. And of course, if I threaten to do that, you gone.
Not in this case. Law show up and they go, "Trump is cool. I bet we'll drag that old man out here and get them nightsticks a going. And then show him how cool Trump is."
Well, that may be nowadays.
And then I steal their patrol car.
That may be nowadays, but I ain't got no store, so I ain't got nothing to worry about.
I don't think Trump's cool.
I know you
But
don't.
that would be a good gag. Make people think I think Trump is cool. So
I hope that's what a lot of people are
me.
doing out there. I hope that's what a lot of people
You think
just thought
it's
this
a
was
joke?
it was a joke, and now look what happened. So I don't know.
Remember that song, "I Started a Joke," that got the whole world laughing?
Yeah, this was good. I started a joke, got the whole world scared to death, pissed off. Excuse my language, but I'm mad. I get mad about it. That's the reason I agreed to do this for a week. I said I'd get on here, scream on this for 2 damn hours. I had an hour or something. Maybe by the time I get home, my wife don't have to hear it.
And she can't go anywhere. She's stuck there.
She's stuck there, and I forget that sometimes. She got to hear whatever I say, and I get home and look at the news or something. And
She's sick.
Bless her heart. She had a stroke years ago. She in a wheelchair. She talks. It's like baby talk, but still, she has to sit there and just hear me, and I don't want to put her through that. So I just do it every week. Come in here, get out of my system, go home, go to bed.
So let's recap. Starbucks likes refugees.
Yeah.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. likes refugees. or immigrants or something.
Yeah.
The
Everybody
Pope,
calls them something different. And so there's all the words, yeah.
the Pope likes refugees. Or the Pope hates Donald Trump. The Pope is Donald Trump's biggest troll, which is pretty funny.
And that gets you wind up, I say. And I've had my issues with Catholics in the past, but I like this Pope here. Used to think he's a little too liberal.
Here in Catholic town, in Murfreesboro's Catholic town, Jackie's pissed a lot of people off.
Don't start that. It's a misunderstanding what it is.
I don't know if
I ain't got nothing
nationally
against
the Catholics all hate
I
Jackie.
don't see going to church, stand up, sit down all the time. It used to be you stand up to sing, and that was it on the pew. You pick up a book, stand up and sing. When the song's over, close the book, sit down. That's what church's supposed to be. And there they saying something I don't understand, gibberish, and they sit down, stand up, sit down.
He went to
They're
a
welcome
funeral,
to do it all they want, but I ain't gonna do that.
made some people mad. I can't remember all the details. It might be on our Wikipedia. I'm not sure.
And
Thanks,
went
Skylar
outside,
Lancaster.
smoked a cigarette, and they said, well, you left during the service or whatever. And I said, well, I did, because my knees give out.
But this new Pope they got, he seems like a kind of person to say, like, oh, Jackie, don't worry about it. He's okay.
I think, he say, well, if he's riling up Trump, that's pretty funny. It's that Trump gonna fight with the Pope. Well, he said what he say. He told the Pope got no business telling him whether he's a Christian or not, or judging him being Christian or something like that, as if Trump's Christian. Pope knows better than that. I'm going to tell you, most people know better than that. There's Christians that voted for you that know damn well you don't know the first thing about. You ain't picked up a Bible in your life.
I like that Trump stands up to the Pope when it comes to him being, like, when Trump dies and he stands before St. Peter, he'll be arguing with St. Peter.
Well, yeah.
I got the tape right here. You ain't never, you said Jesus was a sucker. So why you think we're going to, no, I never said that. I never said that. But we have to send you to hell. I know. Or then you go to hell. Hell is great. He really like hell. He tried to put a big face on it. Heaven is for losers.
Yep.
Failing heaven.
This is what you got to look for.
Won't let Trump in.
Don't say this, because Jesus will let him live forever, because they don't want to deal with it. Don't say that. Don't warn heaven how awful it's going to be. It is when he dies, but still. Just passing on to the next thing.
Obama come out. He also likes refugee immigrants.
Well, we knew that already. I ain't a big Obama fan, but we already knew that. You don't have to tell us all again. We heard it for 8 years.
Are you going to like Obama more if every week he puts out a statement that calls Trump an asshole?
I might have to, because I never thought I'd like a pope before. If he gets, Trump riled up, then I'll appreciate him. I'll put it that way. Don't necessarily going to like him, but I'll appreciate him for it.
Trump really is changing a lot of things. The sides are shifting. Who's on what side? Who's where? Who's over there?
Yeah.
New alliances. New friendships.
For now.
Passed a regulations law. I don't understand this, Jackie. So they don't like regulations.
That's
right?
on banks and stuff like that, right?
Drain the swamp. No regulations. Government's got too many regulations. If that's one thing I could say about the government, too many regulations.
Yeah.
Can't get nothing done because of all these regulations.
Right.
I wanted to dump some poison in this water or some animal carcasses down this well. But there's regulations against that.
Yeah.
What am I going to do now?
Yeah.
But his regulation law is you can get a new regulation on the books. He said, but they're not going to pass that regulation because they got 17 other regulations just like it. But if you get it through, that's almost verbatim what he said. If you get it through, you got to get rid of 2 regulations. So 1 in, 2 out.
Why?
1 regulation in, 2 regulations out. This is the president saying this. It's not the fucking hokey pokey.
All right, watch your mouth. I don't have to hit. I know.
No, listen. You get one in, then you got to take two out. So, what if you get half a regulation in? What if there's a regulation on the books and you just add to it? So that's half a regulation. Then you take half a regulation away? What if you get like 3 regulations in? Could you make a deal and they just take 5 away?
Are you asking me?
Like, I don't understand the math.
I don't. You know he don't either. I don't.
He was surrounded by small business owners at the White House. I didn't look up to see what businesses they were.
Well, he got a Hardy's man going to work for him, right?
Yep.
Hardy's man going to be.
Maybe they were all Hardee's. Hardee's that wouldn't sell gay people sausage biscuits.
Yeah.
The rumor going around is that he's going to come out with an anti-gay thing. Now, this just could be rumor. People running scared. Steve Bannon got everybody thinking he's Satan. He's Darth Vader.
Well, somebody's leaking all this stuff, so and some of it's been right so far. Somebody's, well, he going to do this. It's, oh, he ain't going to do that. Next day he does it. So I don't know what to believe.
But on the other hand, you got, this is like the kind of leak that would throw fear into the heart of liberals. Oh, here comes another thing that's going to take Americans' rights away. Get the phone out. Get the number. I got to call my representative.
People's fingers hurting from
Let me tell you something.
pressing buttons calling these idiots.
I hope their data plans can sustain calling their representatives. You got to go down to the airport and protest, and you got to run over here and protest. Everybody's running around willy-nilly, and they think that damn Steve Bannon is Satan. He's just sowing fear. It's all going to calm down. This is like, we can't be that afraid of Steve Bannon.
It has to calm down here, but either we're going to get blown up, which is a possibility.
One of the two of them is going to have a heart attack.
That's a possibility. Put that on the list too. Either we're going to go to war, get blown up. Russia, China going to do something to us, or he going to do something. He may start it. More than likely, he going to start whatever. But we don't know what's going to happen. Maybe I just seem like it's going to settle down. But hell, if I don't know. It's like the 60s again, and I hated the damn 60s. I did not like the 60s at all, and I don't want to go through it again. I don't appreciate Trump doing all this damn mess to put me through a protest and hippie songs and all that.
You don't like harmonicas?
I don't like harmonicas. I don't like a guitar that ain't got a plug in it. A regular guitar, I don't like that unless it's playing a cowboy song. Out by a fire or something.
You don't like Eve of Destruction by Barry McGuire?
That's okay, but I like a cowboy song. The rest of the song is noise to me. I don't want to hear it.
So I'm not saying don't be scared of Steve Bannon. I'm just saying just take into consideration that he looks like he had to turn his pants backwards because he pissed himself.
Yeah.
He looks a little bit like Criss Cross in the pants department. He looks like he has grayscale. Those are the only things I'm saying about Steve Bannon. Now, he could be the evil mastermind that liberal Facebook is afraid of him for being now, but it sounds to me like he is an asshole. There's no way this Trump administration is going to hold together. You can blunder into some really awful things, but that's
bad enough. Is that excuse my language again, but the dumbass can mess stuff up. Yeah, absolutely,
real bad.
Absolutely,
get a lot of people killed.
Yeah, without a doubt,
a lot of them.
Yeah, he can do that,
and then he can get mad because he messed something up and just order a bunch of people killed.
Yeah, but don't be scared of him because he's smart or anything like that.
No, don't give him that much credit. Somebody who wants you to think that they're Darth Vader is more like that Fish General. I guess the Fish General's good. I don't know.
Fish General, wow.
I got to watch all them movies again.
Fish, that's Darth Vader, that's Star Wars, right?
Now, tomorrow I could come back on here. Since we're doing one daily, you can track our emotional progress. And tomorrow I may be scared as fuck of that fuckhole.
Watch your mouth. I don't care how scared you are. You ain't got to run a mouth like that.
So check in. So today I hope I've given you a little comfort and a balm for your wounded soul.
You wake up in the morning, turn on TV,
All right.
you don't know what's going to.
Jesus Christ, he did it.
I'm telling you right now, half of it, as bad as it is, I'm just glad that we ain't blowed up yet.
That's pretty good. I mean, we've made it a week and a half.
Considering who's in the White House, I'll get, and I said I'd give credit where credit's due if he ever did anything good. If he's managed to keep us from getting blown up for a week, it's better than I thought he gonna do. Every other department ain't working out so good to me. It ain't really working out for people like who need stuff to work out. Me, who cares what I like or what I don't like? There's people that's come out to one of the man that had him in handcuffs, getting off an airplane. He come over in Iraq, and what he did was he translated and worked with our soldiers, kept them alive, told them where to go, what to do. He comes over here, and that's his first day in America. Get ready. This is what it is. He said, "What?" And well, you know what he's thinking? He's thinking, "Why the hell did I help anybody? Why the hell did I help America?" Well, we need people to help us every now and then. I'm gonna tell you right now, you treat them like that, they ain't gonna ever help you again.
I mean, that's one of the reasons you don't have a Muslim ban, right? Because other Muslim countries that we need to help us, Muslims in these countries that we need to help us, Muslims in general, sizable portion of the world's population, most of whom are not plotting to blow us up yet. Well, it's good to keep some relations open, right? Now, I guess that's what Trump says about Russia. Why is it not good to be pals with Russia? I guess it's better to be friends with Muslims who aren't trying to blow us up, which is most of them, than with Putin, who probably is. It's one man, 95% chance he's plotting to blow us up after we help him take all the oil from the Middle East, versus billions of people who are not trying to blow us up.
Yeah.
I just answered my own question. I'm just debating myself here. Jackie, listen to what's happened to us. Listen to what's happened to us. Jackie, listen to what's happened since we started recording this podcast.
Oh, good God.
Right before we were about to go on, I was like, Jackie, look at this story here. This is when we start talking about things we want to talk about. We're like, well, we talked about Smokey and the Bandit yesterday.
I am.
And we talked about Andy Griffith on the one before that. So
Yep.
I don't know. We got to rotate these things. Now we're doing them daily. I'm not sure what we're going to talk about.
Yeah.
And then I seen Justice Department won't defend travel ban. The Attorney General, acting Attorney General, Sally Yates, she was left in there by your best friend, Kiss on the Mouth Obama.
Shut your mouth.
She's saying, this ain't right. We ain't going to do this, so I'm going to tell them just not to worry about it. That was about 42 minutes ago, and according to my little phone machine here, that couldn't tell me how old Dale Earnhardt Jr. is, Trump has fired the acting attorney general who ordered the Justice Department not to defend the president's restrictions on immigration.
Yep.
White House says President Trump fired acting attorney general Sally Yates for refusing to enforce a legal order. Let me tell you, the Fox News alert here, she's fired.
Oh, yeah.
Trump oust acting. The Fox News alerts, the push alerts on my phone are really getting pro-Trump. At first, they were a little iffy. But like with the immigration, when I got the thing on the immigration ban, it said, taking action. Trump enacts. There was another one before that. I can't remember what it was. But it was like, what a man. President Donald Trump on Monday replaced acting Attorney General Sally Yates with Dana Boente.
Yeah.
Boente?
I don't know who that is.
So that's how fast things happen. We can't even get through one podcast.
Now, who's that sound like firing attorney generals over and over again? And Nixon did that in one day. He fired and hired 2 people or something like that. They didn't do what they wanted to. He just kept firing them.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
No, I remember. I lived through that mess. I remember him doing
Well,
that.
she come out and she said, I ain't going to do this. So he really pretty much had to fire her.
Well, yeah.
He
She was going out anyway.
He tweeted that the Democrats are blocking his appointments because they got nothing for political reasons. Which, I mean, that is why they would do it.
I don't know why any other reason they do it than that. That's kind of what they do, yeah.
And then I guess he was like, hey, gee, is Obama pick or something like that in Twitter talk. Arnold Schwarzenegger said the Muslim ban is crazy and makes us look stupid.
Who did?
Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Oh, yeah. He's still alive.
So Arnold Schwarzenegger, Starbucks, Dale Earnhardt Jr., and the Pope. Pope wants to ride in that fast car. Pope Mobile wants Dale Earnhardt Jr. over there to soup up that Pope Mobile.
Get it running fast, huh?
And teach him how to get them Pope donkeys to go.
That didn't happen. Wasn't that long ago.
Talking about the man in the airport in the handcuffs. Sean Spicer scared of the 5-year-olds. They're like, how come you won't let that 5-year-old in? It's like, you telling me not to be scared of 5-year-olds?
The damn president's a 5-year-old.
You ever been in a Walmart with a 5-year-old? How about have you ever been to a birthday party? Oh my God, you guys. Have you ever been to a birthday party with a bunch of 5-year-olds? You're reporters. How about doing some reporting before you start running your mouth off about 5-year-olds? They're monsters. Every one of them deserves a kick in the patootie. And you can write that down and send it out to all your little liberal lovers who love to get their liberal papers from you so that you can just tell them what they want to hear, living in your bubbles, while real America is out there cowering in their closets every time a 5-year-old comes near them. Don't tell me to let the 5-year-olds into this country when our brave men and women went to Afghanistan and all those other places over there. To give those 5-year-olds a stern talking to. That's all we have time for today.
How long you reckon he's gonna last?
Oh, Jesus. Just doing that almost give me an aneurysm.
Yeah.
He lives it.
Well, he gets screamed at by the press, and I guarantee you, he goes to the other door and has Trump scream at him. I don't know how long anybody gonna put up with that.
Nobody, I'll say this for Kellyanne Conway. She's the best dressed in the White House.
Oh, yeah.
When Ranch Priebus looks like damn GQ cover model, somebody's doing something wrong. Between Bannon and Trump and Sean Spicer, somebody needs to go to damn Men's Warehouse. Trump needs to send somebody out with a credit card down to Men's Warehouse, just come back with like all sides, just buy out a Men's Warehouse and just have a day where everybody tries on different coats. And they make it fun. Come back with Kentucky Fried Chicken, too. Just buckets of chicken and them trying on coats, and they're all in the underwear, pulling on pants. Like, how does this make me look? Just the best day they are ever going to have in that White House. And they need to do it fast because none of us are going to be alive soon.
That's making me sick. I don't want them
Just
putting on different clothes,
and
underwear.
hands slick with that grease.
No.
Slide
They're
that
already,
down.
all of them gross enough already. You don't need to put them in the underwear and put chicken grease on them. That ain't making anything better. No.
Bannon, we're all going to try on suits today. I sent my credit card with Melania down to the suit store, Men's Warehouse. Like, no way, I'm not trying on any. I got to read a newspaper and analyze it. I'm a former Navy officer. Like, well, there's going to be gravy. Well, okay, I'm interested. Former Navy officer. Steve Bannon.
He's in charge of the Homeland Security now.
Imagine being on a submarine with Steve Bannon.
Being down on a submarine for much at a time, the smell in there you can't imagine. Don't add to it.
What a day. We didn't even think we had that much to talk about. Here we have blown through 50 minutes of nonsense and pauses.
And we'll do it every.
Got how many more? 4 more days, folks.
I'll try, yeah.
Maybe we'll try to keep them a little shorter. Maybe we need to shorten it. You got other Pod Save America to listen to and whatever.
It's something, yeah. Whatever that is, listen to that.
Hey, if you're listening to this and you like what we're doing, go to the damn thing where you do the place and you put on the review.
iTunes, churches, YouTubes, Twitters, and Facebooks. All of those rate and reviews. That helps us out somehow. I'm not quite sure, but it does.
I'm going to go ahead and say go to iTunes. I hear other podcasts say it. So I'm going to take their lead on it since we don't know what we're doing, but they say that a review on iTunes really helps them out. So go to iTunes.
Oh, so I don't have to say all the rest of them anymore?
No.
Why didn't you tell me that to begin with? I
was
save
just
my
doubling
breath.
down on iTunes. But go follow us on Facebook and Chachi's.
Twitters. YouTubes. Yeah.
All of it.
All that. I got a good sponsor. Let me do my sponsor on here before we get off here. They took their money, $25, so I need to get this out there. It's my friend Bert Perkins, good man, a solid citizen, good fella. Don't know his politics, but that neither here nor there. Gonna leave that alone.
He probably likes Trump.
He probably does, but we're gonna leave that alone. He still runs a good business, you know. It's as good as a chair. As good as a chair. They got everything down there. Just as good as any chair you'd ever sit on. Also a bucket, turn it up around, a barrel, all sorts of things. And he told me now this week alone he got a deal. Some of this stuff he builds himself, and some stuff he finds and fixes up. Gets it. He good with his good woodworking and all sorts of stuff like that with his hands. Always been that way. So you're gonna find something you can park your keister on down there. As good of a chair. He said this week they got a good deal on some bean bags, milk crates, and appropriately sized box fan. Any of those you need to hunker down and set your rear end on down.
Hold on a minute.
What?
Milk crate.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm on board with that.
Yeah.
That's as good as a chair.
You stack them up. I don't know how many. I don't know if it's just one.
Yep.
You put them together. Yeah.
And then you turn them over, and it's as good as a box.
Oh, well, yeah. They lots of good uses for milk crates, yeah.
So, yeah, okay. Box fan. That's a fan, so that's got a good double use. Even if the fan doesn't work, that's also as good as a chair for sitting if it's the right size.
If Bert Perkins got his hands on it and worked on it a little bit, I guarantee that fan's working. That's where you sit down and turn it on if you're sweating or something.
Yeah,
let
get that back of knee going.
Get that back of your knee. That's where it always gets to sweating and itching.
Let me tell you somebody who sits on fans to cool off the back of their knee, and that's Steve Bannon.
Yeah, probably
That's why
does.
he always wears them Adam Sandler movie shorts. I don't know what that means. It just seems like somebody would wear them in an Adam Sandler movie. Like Kevin James.
Yeah.
So, box fan, as good as a chair, but not a chair. Milk crate is good as a chair, but not a chair.
Yeah.
I can see those. A bean bag is a chair.
No, it is not. That is no
Bean bag chair.
Bag. Has it got legs? Chair got 4 legs on it. What's a bean bag got on it? No.
I mean, I guess it's just one.
No, it ain't a leg. It's just like a blob. You just throw it down. That's not a chair. It's called. If it was a chair, it would say chair in the name. It's bean bag.
That's where you're wrong. Sometimes they say beanbag chairs. I've
Well,
seen it in advertisements.
Bert Perkins didn't say it.
Well, that sounds like semantics. I'd say if you look up the definition of beanbag in the dictionary, it'd say a chair.
Well, you get off with your big dictionaries and your old fancy college learning,
sure.
all
This is
that
how
stuff.
Trump got elected. Here we go.
Think you're so smart. That's fine. Yeah, you go do that. Bert Perkins has got a beanbag down there. Says it's as good as a chair. He didn't put a chair on it. There may be beanbags in our chairs, but I guarantee you whatever one he's got ain't a chair, but it is as good as one.
It's as good as a chair because it is a chair.
It ain't a chair.
A beanbag's a chair.
We're going to go down there sometime this week, and we'll look at it. Now, I'll get a picture of it, and we'll find out.
Let me tell you something else. I'm going to stand up here and tell you right now, first of all, whether a beanbag is a chair or not, it's not as good as a chair. Who wants to sit in a fucking beanbag?
Watch your mouth.
Are you Tommy Chong?
Well, aren't you privileged? I'm going to sit on whatever I want to. That's your privilege talking there. Someplace you go in there, all around the world, they don't have chairs. That's your privilege, as I understand it. Yeah, I'll have a chair, a fold-out chair, or I want a laser board chair. There's places, restaurants you go in, they don't have you sit on the floor. And that's different culture, different things. You think you just get a chair, sit on it wherever you want? No, sir.
You can't get in and out of a beanbag chair. Maybe if you're a little kid, you can.
Well,
You and me try to get out of a beanbag chair.
I wouldn't sit on it,
help
but
us out. We're going to have pallbearers to get us out of a beanbag
I'm
chair.
not going to sit. I'll sit on that box fan, or I'll sit on some milk crates if you put a pillow on top of it. You got to put a pillow on top of them.
Does he sell pillows?
If he fixes stuck up, if he says it's as good as a chair, I'm going to take his word for it. And I guarantee you, if I sit down on it, I'll say, this is just as, I'll take this. You're not going to hear me complain. You're not going to hear me demand what I deserve in life because of my privilege.
But
I want my chair right now.
Take your pillow around and put it beneath your delicate pink buttocks before you sit on anything that's as good as a chair. That sounds like privilege to me. That sounds like a lap of luxury. That sounds like some Trump level shit.
No, sir.
I ain't gonna sit on a box fan, said the president, unless there's a pretty little fluffy pillow on it.
I said the pillow goes on the milk crates because that hurts if you sit on that for too long.
That does hurt. You're right.
Didn't say nothing about a box fan. If it's a smooth box fan, and like again, appropriate height, take a little sweat off the back of my knees. I'll sit on there, and that's just an extra bonus. But milk crate, you got to have something on the top of it, or else you can't sit it. Leave that marks on you in the rear end.
I like to sit on a washing machine, go down to the laundromat, throw my stuff in, hop up there, all cool. But I'm just going to sit up there and read this Entertainment Weekly. Everybody look at me like, who's that cool son of a bitch? That must be Dunlap. Yeah, I'm the king of the laundromat, fuckers.
Hey, watch your mouth. I don't want to hear it. As good of a chair, Burt Perkins, he's down there. Wait, go down there. They got more bean bags and the milk crates and what else they got? Bean bags, milk crates?
Box fans.
Box fan, that's what it is.
Folks, Jackie, I got to sponsor this.
Huh?
I got a sponsor this week today that I think
you're
really
supposed to have a sponsor, something, yeah.
I got $25 from them. It really is the concept that's blowing the minds of America and Americans, the ones who live in Murfreesboro. I'm talking about new spaghetti. And they told me, they asked me, now this is Heather Purtle and her sister K-Jack. They asked me if I could, when I say it, they're trying to do a little something extra to make it seem sort of mysterious. They asked me if I could do a fake echo on my voice when I said the name. So I said I'd give it a try. So it's new spaghetti.
I'm not going to eat it unless you tell me what's new about it. There's got to be a reason.
Do you know for sure that you eat it?
What the hell are you else going to do with spaghetti?
That's new spaghetti, man. Like,
what?
Open your mind.
Oh, hell.
New spaghetti, they said all will be revealed. Apparently, they've started a program where they were handing out samples of whatever it is. And whatever you do with it.
Well, that's what you need to do is give out samples
They
of something.
said they listened to you, and
well,
they
good.
said Jackie said we should be in Kroger handing out samples.
I'll try buying something, yeah. Because if I want to know, you say, this is, would you want some new spaghetti? That's the first thing I'm going to ask. Well, what's new about it? Here, taste. Then I'd be able to know. But other than that, it just sounds like spaghetti, which I like spaghetti, but why am I going to go out of my way to get new spaghetti?
Well, they said, Jackie says we should be down in the grocery store handing these out. That's a good start. But how do we twist that idea? How do we give it a little surprise ending? M. Night Shyamalan it.
I don't know.
So they said, let's go hand it out to the taxi drivers at the airport who are trying to get, it's so busy there. They saw on the news how busy it was, and they thought maybe it was with President's Day coming up. They didn't know about the Muslim ban. They went down there and they were handing it out to the taxi drivers. Well, all of a sudden, everybody's deleting their New Spaghetti app off of their phones. New Spaghetti is not welcome in many circles. Now, you do have the folks who are like 100% in favor of New Spaghetti. They're like, I want to give New Spaghetti all of my New Spaghetti business.
Why?
Because they're taking a stand for the safety of Americans. Some people said, okay, now when somebody drives a truck through a crowd at a President's Day gathering, the blood is going to be on New Spaghetti's hands. And then somebody said, well, when we send Syrian Anne Frank's boat back to Syria, the blood's going to be on New Spaghetti hands.
Why?
Well, Heather Purtle and her sister K-Jack didn't know whose blood was going to be on their hands. And they said, you know what? We got into the New Spaghetti business because we didn't like all that sauce that looked like blood. We were like, how can we do New Spaghetti so it doesn't look so much like blood? And now here everybody's talking about blood. Well,
Why do you look like blood?
no more New Spaghetti, folks. New Spaghetti is officially off the market. Controversial. Politics everywhere these days.
Oh,
and if
hell.
you are not savvy enough
There
to keep
ain't
your
no-
New Spaghetti out of the refugee crisis, then maybe you shouldn't be operating a New Spaghetti business.
So there ain't no new spaghetti. That's all made up.
Well, I mean, it allegedly existed. You
Oh,
could talk to
hell.
some cab drivers.
That's all for sure. There never was nothing new about spaghetti.
Well, then why would they go to all the trouble of having New Spaghetti just so they could launch Old Spaghetti?
Old spaghetti?
Folks, you need to get on down to the State of Mind to prepare yourself for the announcement of Old Spaghetti.
Old spaghetti? What?
It's
That-
coming soon from Heather Purtle and her sister K-Jack, and all will be revealed.
Is that like an old spaghetti factory? 'Cause
No,
I'd like-
they are not involved. They should keep us out of this. As a matter of fact, I'm supposed to read a statement from them saying that legally they were not. I'm not. Hold on.
Where is it?
Oh, this isn't it. Huh.
Oh, hell.
I don't have it. I must have lost it.
Old
But
spaghetti?
it's very important to know that Old Spaghetti Factory is not connected to Old Spaghetti
Well,
in
that's
any way.
old spaghetti factory is good. I used to go to East Nashville
Well,
years and years ago. Went up there. It's good. I
This-
liked it.
No, this is Old Spaghetti, not Old Spaghetti Factory, not New Spaghetti, Old Spaghetti.
Well, everything's old spaghetti, isn't it? I just was like a
what
set up.
kind of attitude is that?
Well, if it's spaghetti and it's been around for a while, then it's just spaghetti. Why can't it just be K-Jack spaghetti or whatever her name is, like Paul Newman spaghetti or Chef Boyardee's spaghetti? What's wrong with the name?
I don't know what you think Old Spaghetti is, but I have a feeling you're going to be sorely disappointed.
Well, I guess I don't know what it is, because if it's old spaghetti, then it's just spaghetti.
You have a lot of preconceived notions about what Old Spaghetti
I
is.
know what spaghetti is. I ate spaghetti before in my life. Good. Make a damn bit of sense.
Well, you should sign up for the mailing list. Go to their website, Old Spaghetti no, oldspaghetti.biz.
I'm not going to do any of that.
.ru.
No, I'm not doing any of that.
Well, how you going to know when Old Spaghetti's ready?
I don't care when it's ready. If it's spaghetti, it's spaghetti. Don't even put old on it. If you say old spaghetti, it sounds like it's something you're throwing out in your fridge. Don't eat that. That's an old spaghetti. That's been sitting there for too long. Don't eat that spaghetti.
Wow, you are really running down our sponsor.
Well, I don't know what it is. How can I run it down if I don't know what it is? I
They're
know
on
what it
here.
sounds like. What new spaghetti don't make a damn bit of sense. Old spaghetti just sound like it's old spaghetti. If it's spaghetti, just call it spaghetti.
Well, we're not 100% sure it is spaghetti.
Oh, shit.
Russia, 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 Russia. But then,
No, it's in me.
but then they,
Lift up my lid,
no,
and then you will see.
what
No, it's in me. I am the gift. When
Well,
you
wow.
see me, give my lid a lift.
No,
treasures within.
For God, then
Your
from the-
soul's trapped